Hello everybody, this is Night Yoshi here, and today I figured for my 4th year on YouTube, I'd go and show you guys around my pad a little bit. Yep, the room where the magic happens. I won't go too much in detail because I'm sure there's a lot you guys really don't care to see, but anyways. Right here, of course, we got the TV. This is where I play all the games and whatnot, where I record them, all that good stuff. It's a nice one. Got the Wii bar sensor up there because I got a Wii in here. Yeah, right down there. It's nice and all. It's a pretty big screen, the kind I like. Never liked it when it was too small. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to see here. Over here, we got my second GameCube. My first GameCube's in here too, but it's trashed. It will not work anymore, so yeah. And above it, Dino Crisis, what I'm still playing right now. And I also got the Super Mario History CD from the Super Mario All-Stars Wii set. Below that, we got the Dreamcast, which is what I'm currently playing Sonic Adventure on right now. Still gotta get that started again. I haven't heard from the guy who requested it from a while though, so that's why it's been delayed. And then here, PlayStation 2, which I'm using to play Dino Crisis and any other PlayStation games I really want to play, which I'll show all my games later, at least in this room. And then we got my VHS player, which is good for watching movies and whatnot, because I buy a lot of VHS tapes, memory cards, watch. This is really cool right here. This is my Donkey Kong truck that I got when I was a kid. Came with a few others. Like it also came with Diddy Kong 1, Tiny, Chunky, and Lanky. All together, they're not all trucks though, most of them are cars, but still pretty cool. And in here I also got a Yoshi pen. Why? Because he's the best, that's why. Anyways, over here we got my third GameCube, which has the Game Boy Advance player. And I got Pokemon in there right now. As you can see right here. Yeah. As soon as I can pull it out. In fact, hold on a second. I will get that sucker out. Just because I want to show it. There we go. So yeah, I haven't given up on this LP yet. Just having a slow start. And yeah. If it wasn't for the advanced player here, I wouldn't have bought this, but for $15 you can't beat that. It's in pretty good condition. It doesn't have the gamer skins like my other two do, but there's always places I can go for that. And yeah, I don't got any disc in there right now. Do have one GameCube one coming up though. Here's another one of those Donkey Kong cars. This one's tiny. Very nice, well made. And up here, got a bunch of Mario stuff. The Yoshi keychain that I have. I'm gonna put that in my keys eventually. Shy Guy action figure, little figurine, which I got on sale one day because it's awesome. Yeah, I'm usually not into collecting plushies that much, but whenever I find them for a good deal, I always gotta pick them up. And yes, I do have a Hello Kitty plushie. There is a story about that. I bought that for a girl I liked, but the thing is, I just never got it to her in time before she moved on. So yeah, stuck with it. But I have it for when I one day find a girl I do like. If that ever occurs, that is. Who knows? Moving on. Bunch more Mario stuff here. Welsh Corgi, because I love Corgi. Scooby-Doo. I love Scooby-Doo. It's easily one of my all-time favorite cartoons. And this is actually a NES belt buckle. Yeah. I remember when I was in high school, one of my friends there, Jacob, came up with a funny joke with that. Just wear that around and say, hey, you want to play with my controller? That was very inappropriate, I apologize. Anyways, here's the Diddy Kong one. I'm not sure what happened to the chunky one or the lanky one. But yeah, it's pretty cool. This is my favorite just because Diddy is my favorite Kong of them all. He rocks. And right here we got 2 Mario candy things. This one's empty because I ate it all. This one still has plenty of them. And a Tails plushie. Why? Because Tails is awesome. He is my favorite Sonic character. What can I say? Over here's some rubber duckies. I collect rubber ducks for some reason. I don't know why. And here we got Yoshi, my big Yoshi plushie, and right next to him, Toad! Yeah. And there's really nothing on that shelf here. Nothing that would interest you. Here we got Sega Saturn. I just recently got this. Like, I haven't had this for a year yet. It's a pretty cool console. It's not plugged in right now. Got Primal Rage in there, of course, because Primal Rage is definitely one of the greatest games ever in my eyes. And hold on a second. There we go. Primal Rage. I love it. Very fun game. Below that got the NES, which sadly is not working right now. I don't know what's wrong with it. I've always had trouble with NESs. I didn't have one as a kid. Mine got sold, or it was my dad's at the time. He sold it or gave it away or something. So I haven't had any good luck with it since, which is unfortunate. DVD recorder, of course, to record video game footage, though I gotta admit some of the recordable discs I've been using suck ass, because they won't record crap. And over here we got Mario Party 2 and the Nintendo 64, and my DVD player, my regular DVD player. Yep. Down there I got my DVDs and whatnot. Game Boy Advance SP. A few Game Boy Advance games, nothing of major interest though. Down here got another Yoshi plushie, because you can never have too many Yoshis in a photo album, but you guys don't want to see that. Camera charger, which I'm hoping I don't have to use anytime soon. And there I have all my Nintendo 64 games. I'll go and pull a few out for you guys so you can see what I got. Oh, there goes one now. Pokemon Stadium. The reason why I keep them in plastic wrap is so that dust don't get into them. And it does work, believe it or not. I was shocked myself. And I also got a few loose ones right here. Mainly because most of them suck. Most of them suck really bad. And I mean really, really bad. I mean, Knockout Kings 2000. I only got this because it was $1.99. WWF Warzone. Not really into WWE or F in general, but I figured why not. Maybe a friend will play that with me one day. Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2. Love this game, but hate this version. I prefer the PlayStation 2 version, personally. Off-Road Challenge. This is actually one of my favorite racing games. I just haven't got a plastic bag for it yet. I wouldn't say it's better than Mario Kart or Diddy Kong Racing, but it's definitely my top 5. And 10A snowboarding in terrible condition. But I just had to have that because I have a lot of memories with it. It's a lot of fun. I also got a picture frame here, which I'm going to move. Not all this junk. Let's take a look. Got Banjo-Kazooie, the original. Not a bad game, but I always get bored with it before I finish it. So, yeah. I guess it just doesn't have the same nostalgic feeling it does as some of these other games do. Conker's Bad Fur Day, which is one of my favorites of all time. Love it. So much fun. Diddy Kong Racing, my second favorite racer ever, as far as franchises go. Mario Kart's number 1 for me, but Diddy Kong Racing is a very close second because it's so much fun. Donkey Kong 64, which I still kind of wish this day they call it Donkey Kong Country 4 or Donkey Kong Country 64. But, you know, it's still a good game. I love it. One of my favorites on Nintendo 64. Glover. if you're interested, look it up. I really have no interest in this game left. I just keep it because I have it. I don't sell my games. Hey You Pikachu. This one is interesting. Definitely my favorite game where you talk to anything. It's better than Seaman by a long shot, I personally think. And I do have the microphone for it, but this one I just had to pick up for nostalgic. I remember yelling at Pikachu a lot. No, don't eat that, dang it. And then we got Mario Kart 64, my favorite Mario Kart game ever. It's just so much fun. There's so many memories with this one, and you may notice already. I made my own end labels for them, so I can just look at them, pick them out. There you go. Then we got Mario Party 1, the original. Very fun game. Not my favorite, though. My favorite is 2, which you already saw in there. But still, it was the one that started the Mario Party franchise, so I have to love it. It was great. Then I also got Mario Party 3, so I got the whole trilogy on Nintendo 64. I also have all the GameCube ones and all the Wii ones, though. I'll talk more about those one day, because I will eventually LP them all. Mario Tennis, definitely my favorite tennis game. At least on Nintendo 64. I don't know if I'd say I like it more than Power Tennis. They're both pretty good, though. Got memories of that one. Pokemon Snap, another one. It's very memorable. This is actually my sister's game. She just keeps in here because this 64 is in my room. A lot of nostalgia, but looking back, it wasn't that good. At least I didn't think it was. Too bad they don't have a Pokemon Stadium. Pokemon Stadium, yeah, I saw that. Too bad they don't have those Pokemon Snap things anymore. Anyways, Rayman 2, my favorite version of Rayman 2, and another favorite game of mine. Rayman 2, the greatest game. It was just so much fun. And I mean so much fun. Love it. And then of course I got Ready to Rumble, the original. I actually have all 3 versions of the original. I don't have the Game Boy Color version, but in all honesty, who the heck wants that version? It sucked. I'm not sure which version I'd say is my favorite. Probably this one, because you can skip past the loading and whatnot. But, I don't know. Control-wise, I'd say it's the worst. And I will move Yoshi to the front here. So I can keep going. Star Fox 64, great game. My favorite 3D shooter, or flying simulator shooter, whatever you want to call it. I love it. Love it to death. I do like Star Fox Assault 2 as well. I don't know if I'd say I like it more than this one, though. Mainly because that one also has the on-ground and tank stages. Not to say those aren't fun, but you know. Then we got Super Mario 64, my favorite Nintendo 64 game. This actually isn't the original version I have. I will see if I can locate that and show it to you guys. Oh, here we go. Here it is, on the floor. Super Mario 64. I have 2 copies. This is my original one, which you can't really see because of the lighting. In fact, I'll open that up for you. Come on, there we go. Here's the original one, which notice it's rated KA, kids to adults. That's what that means. But this one is rated E for everyone. The main reason why I have 2 is because I won this one in an eBay auction along with Mario Party 3. So that's why I have 2 copies. The one for that, I only have 1 because I only need 1. Of course, something never happens to my original copy, but if something ever happens to my original copy, then that I would just never come out ever again. It would be the end of the world for me. Move these to the side. There's not a whole lot right here. I apologize. In fact, open up the curtain. There we go. Come on, stay open. Yeah, this is disorganized as crap, I know. There we go. Move that out of the way. Anyways, Super Smash Brothers. I haven't got a request for this in a long time. Still a great game, though. Not sure if I'll ever finish the LP series, though. Since no one requests anymore, I might just call it finished soon if nobody does. Then we got Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Easily one of my favorite Zelda games. I don't know if I'd say it's better than Ocarina of Time or... what was that one? Spirit Tracks. I love that one. But I definitely do love it. It was actually the first Zelda game I ever played. And again, move all this crap out of the way. Should have had this a little organized. There's a little globe thing for you. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. My favorite Tony Hawk game, but it's lost a lot of appeal for me. It just isn't fun anymore, unfortunately. Stuff I played so much as a kid, but I just can't have fun with it anymore. Nothing left for me in there. Turok 2. Still got Turok 1. It's okay, but I'm just not really in the first-person shooters at all. The only reason I bought this is because it has dinosaurs in it, and I love dinosaur shooters. They're awesome. And lastly, for Nintendo 64, got Yoshi's Story. This one has a lot of memories for me. This was actually the first game I ever completed when I was a kid. I love it so much. So much fun. So many memories. And there really isn't anything left over here to look at, so let's go over here. Here's all my DS games. There's some more DVDs up there. I won't bother going over those. There's some DS games. 2 copies of Animal Boxing, which is definitely one of the most underrated games ever, I think. Definitely the most underrated DS game. I have 2 copies mainly because, well, I thought I lost one, but I didn't, so. Yeah. Animal Crossing Wild World, I was not really a big fan of this one, honestly. There just wasn't a lot of fun in it for me. And I also got Diddy Kong Racing DS. It was an okay game. It wasn't great, and this one's Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. Dogs, this one I got for Christmas a while back. Years ago, because I love Nintendogs so much, but it's not worthy. Nintendogs is far superior. Mario Hoops 3-on-3, one of the best basketball games ever, if not my favorite. I love it. Mario Kart DS. It's a fun game, but I don't know anyone that plays that online anymore, unfortunately. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah. And these are all in alphabetical order. That's why 3's here, and then here's 2. Partners in Time. Definitely a really good one. Mario Party DS. It's a good Mario Party game. Not my favorite, but pretty good. Mario and Sonic again. I didn't realize I had 2 versions of that. Mario and Sonic at the Winter Olympics. Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2. I don't have the original, but I do want to get it because that one's fun. Then I got Minnie's March On, which was a disappointing sequel. It's not bad, but it could have been so much better. And then New Super Mario Brothers. I don't know if I'd say it's my favorite DS game, but definitely one of my favorites, in the top 5. Nintendogs, I don't want to take this to the light. Lab and Friends version. The reason why I bought this is because it has Pembroke Welsh Corgi, which is what I have. I love my doggy. He's such a good doggy. And then we got Pokemon Diamond version. The only Pokemon game I actually ever bought for my DS system. It's not that they're going bad or anything. It's just that I just prefer the originals overall more. Sonic Chronicles. I know this got a lot of great reviews, but I did not like it, in all honesty. I thought it was going to be a fun little RPG, but I didn't like it. Sonic Rush and then Sonic Rush Adventure. They're not bad, but they can't even hold a candle compared to like Sonic 3 Knuckles, which is my all-time favorite Sonic game. Star Fox, what's that? Command, that's right. It's even darker here on this side. It's a little brighter on the camera. Not a bad game, but not something I'd recommend on the DS, just because I think it would have worked better on a console, personally. Super Mario 64 DS, this is probably my favorite on the DS. It was my first game and on DS, and it was just so much fun. And then we got Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks, possibly my favorite Zelda game ever. It's just so much fun. Yoshi's Island DS, great sequel to the original. I love it. Love the original, love that. Yoshi's Touch and Go, though. This one was disappointing. It was a little too much like Yoshi's Island, the original, I felt. And it's stuck now. I'll just put it up there. Guitar Hero on tour. I never was a big Guitar Hero fan. That's actually my sister's game, but she gave it to me because she has the DS Lite, which didn't have the place where you plug it in. So yeah, she gave it to me, but I'll never bother playing it. I'll just keep it for the heck of it. And then up here we got all the other games, but real quick, I'm going to turn on the light. Hold on. Well, the light's on, but it doesn't reach over very well, so I actually have to hold it like this, and the camera like this, so this is going to be awkward to do. Anyways, just place it there for a second. And grab this. Black and Bruised. Definitely an underrated arcade style boxing game, I think. It was fun. Well, it lasted. And yeah, we also got Capcom Fighting Evolution, which is basically like Darkstalkers and Capcom, or Street Fighter, all that together. Didn't really like it that much, though. For the price I got it for, I thought it was worth it, but it wasn't. It sucked. And that was my coin block, by the way, which I just accidentally knocked off. Code Lyoko, which I'll just put up against the wall here. It's a good thing I brought my hats down so I can do this. Code Lyoko. I definitely like the cartoon series a lot more, or anime, whatever you want to call it. Then I got both Destroy All Human games. They're okay. They're not bad, but I played better. Rare Fighters. I got this for like maybe 99 cents. Definitely an underrated one. It's a lot of fun. And then we got Jurassic the Hunted. Really fun game. Very underrated. Definitely one of my favorite PlayStation 2 games. One of the most underrated, I think. It is so much fun. It's basically Call of Duty and Halo with dinosaurs, and that's the way I like it. This is a pain in the ass. I'm not going to bother making the effort for these two. Medal of Honor, Rising Sun, and Medal of Honor Underground. I've never really been a big fan of first-person shooters. And those are actually my dad's games. So, they weren't mine, he just gave them to me because he didn't want them anymore. Uh-oh. I could have just opened the curtain like that the whole time. Yep. That's my life in a nutshell for you. On occasions. I'm sorry this is so disorganized. I hope you are enjoying it though. Here we go. Metal Gear Solid 2. This is probably the worst condition I got a game for. I mean, this is why right here. Yeah. The end label's upside down. The case is supposed to be like this. And yeah, they seriously screwed it up. So the case itself is in good condition, but that alone ruins it for me, which sucks. But overall, not a bad game. I'm not really into the whole stealth thing, but for those that are, it's pretty good. Midway Arcade Treasures 2. I already got the GameCube version, so not much to talk about. You all know that game. Tried to murder me. I also got it on the premium pack, which is basically just the extra content on it. I don't know, like, have the receipt in there. I have no idea. But yeah, it basically has bio videos and Mortal Kombat 1 on it. Pretty cool. Then we got NBA Live 2003. This is another example of one of my dad's games that he gave me. It's okay. Not really into basketball though. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal, my favorite Ratchet and Clank game. I do wish I had the other two though, but I don't. Never got to buying them, and I haven't found them. Ratchet Deadlock. This is actually still in the plastic. I mean, once I heard Clank wasn't in it, I just kind of lost interest and never opened it. Then we got Ready to Rumble Boxing Round 2, the PlayStation 2 version. Probably my favorite version of Ready to Rumble 2. But the thing is, I have not got the Dreamcast or the PlayStation original version, so I can't confirm that. Then we got Simpsons Road Rage. This is a budget buy. So, yeah. It's pretty self-explanatory why the case sucks so bad. I'm looking to one day replace it, but as of right now, not yet. Stitch Experiment 626. This is one from my childhood. A lot of fun when I was a kid. I haven't played it in years though, so I can't confirm if it's still fun. I don't know, if anyone ever wants to see me play through that, I'll give it a try, and I'll let you all know then. Tekken Tag Tournament, one of my favorite Tekkens, definitely my second favorite. Not my favorite though, my favorite's coming up. And some of you actually might be shocked at what it is, believe it or not. Then, SmackDown vs. Raw 2007-2006. Not a big fan of them though. Not anymore. More examples of games that I got. Up here, on top, since I don't have any room for them, got Power Rangers Time Force. Avoid at all costs, just trust me, it is terrible. Simpsons Wrestling, it's kind of a lame game. Panzer General, this is the only long box PlayStation game I have right now. Another example of one that my dad gave me. Never really wanted it, but I figured, you know, why not? Then we got Boxing. That's all it's called. Now, you're probably shocked, right? It looks so realistic, but then you look at the back and it's like, what the crap is this? Yeah. Very lame game, in all honesty. Wasn't that good. Contender 1. A lot of people hate this game. I thought it was okay. Not as good as Contender 2, though. This one was a big improvement over the original. Of course, no one really seems to remember these two games too well. It's probably best that way, though, because they're not very good. They're not terrible, but they could have been so much more. Crash Bandicoot. This is the only Crash game I got. Yeah, I never really got into this one much, so I just never bothered trying any of the rest. I mean, I liked it when I was a kid, but looking back, I'm just not sure. I haven't given it a try in a long time. Kickboxing. I think this was the sequel to boxing, actually. And again, it's false advertising. Realistic boxers. Look at the back. It's all cartoon and crap. This is definitely a lot better than the last one, though. Land Before Time, Big Water Adventure. This is actually a really underrated game. I mean, it's really, really, really easy. But for a kid's game, it's not bad. Not terrible. At least it's better than the next one. Oh god, I regret picking this up to this day. Great Valley Racing Adventure. It sucks. The last thing I think of for a Land Before Time game is racing. It sucked, okay? I did not like it, but maybe one day I'll take a look at it. Medal of Honor. This one has a lot of nostalgia for me. I never played it, my dad did, but it was always fun to just watch him get mad at it, like, damn it, and whatnot. Yeah, I did try playing it recently. Couldn't get into it, though. And then, as soon as I can squeeze this back in. That's the problem with these games, is there's so freaking many that it's hard to fit them all. In fact, I'm just going to throw that up here. There we go. Problem solved. This is another underrated game, More with the Chicken. Very fun game when I was a kid. Haven't played it in years, so I can't confirm if it's still good. But, you know, again, for a kid's game, it's actually really good and challenging. And I want to try and squeeze Medal of Honor back in there real quick. Why? Because I'm done. There we go. This is my prized possession on PlayStation. Parappa the Rapper. This one I actually got for free from my grandmother. It's got some nostalgic memories. I remember watching my sister play this a lot. But I don't know. Just can't really get into it anymore. I guess because I'm not into those kinds of games to begin with. Rayman, one of my favorites on PlayStation. Even though it's way too freaking hard, I find. I'm just not good at it. I just can't do it. It's too hard for me. Well, it used to anyways. I'm not sure if it's still that hard. I'm going to have to try it again. Then we got Ready to Rumble. This is actually the first version I ever got, but unfortunately it's the worst of the three. And, yeah. The reason why it's in a skinny case like this is because I gave the case for this to Wii Sports downstairs because, well, we got two Wii's, so we got two copies of Wii Sports, but one of them got damaged from the paper sleeve, so we gave it that. Originally it was in this, but eventually the manual got all torn up, like you can see right there. It almost non-existent. So I figured, you know what, this works. Good enough. Good freaking enough. Another nostalgic game from my childhood, Rugrats, Search for Reptar. This one actually does still have a little bit of fun left in it. Mainly for the mini golf. The mini golf was the best in my opinion. Yeah, it was fun. We'll have to do an LP series of that eventually, but not yet. Spin Jam, it's a puzzle game. That's all you need to know. It's an underrated puzzle game, but since I don't like puzzle games, don't expect me to ever do that one. That's one thing that sucks about PlayStation cases, is that they break like that. And I've had that one since I was a kid, so it was bound to snap eventually. But still, it sucks when that does happen. Another nostalgic one from my dad. Siphon Filter 2, not 1. Never found the original, I guess, or something. And it's 2 disc. Yeah. This one, and there's the manual. If you open up the other side, like I'm trying to do, there's nothing there, but there's this too. So yeah, not a bad game. And even though this one says Namco on it, I still file it under T because it is none other than Tekken 2, my favorite Tekken game of all time. Yeah, I said it. I like it more than Tekken 3. What can I say? This was the first one I ever played, and to me, this one's just the most fun overall. Tekken 3's when Eddie got introduced, and even though he's not a bad character, he is cheap beyond belief and just kills it for me. Lastly, for PlayStation, we got Time Crisis. It's good. Just wish I had the gun controller now. Now we move on to Saturn. It's very small right now, though. House of the Dead 2. It's a good game, and I do have the gun controller for this. Only one problem, though, when you use the gun, it takes away your crosshair, which sucks. And this one actually says Guardian War. As that. I don't know what 3DO was for. But it's actually Ready to Rumble, the original on Dreamcast, which is a lot of people's favorite version. It's at least my second favorite. And the little paper is just cheat codes that I have for, like, different arenas and whatnot. Sonic Adventure, my favorite Dreamcast game, personally. I love it, so much fun. And Tony Hawk's Pro Scare, the original. This one was for free. And yeah, not a fan of it at all. Then we got WWF Attitude on Dreamcast again. I just bought it because the price was right. And I figured someone would play with me one day. This is definitely one of my favorite Dreamcast games, Zombie Revenge. God, this game is so much fun. It's basically House of the Dead meets Final Fight or something like that. It's a beat 'em up with zombies, and oh my god, it is so much fun. Now we move on to Saturn. I only have 4 right now, though. Siberia. Terrible freaking game. Just trust me on this one. It sucks, okay? I hate it, personally. It's really bad. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It was really boring. I'm never going to play it ever again for as long as I live. I might not even keep it, honestly. It's that bad. I don't know. Primal Rage, my favorite Saturn game thus far. Of course, it's my favorite arcade game ever, so it makes sense. And this is one of the best ports available. It comes incredibly close to the arcade version. The only thing that's disappointing, you already saw the disc is in the Saturn, and that styrofoam block actually came from Siberia there. Since it sucks, it doesn't deserve the styrofoam block. The manual is water damaged, so I can't look through it. So I want one day to find a replacement manual, but for now, we're just going to have to put up with that. The last 2 are right here. Virtua Fighter 2, not in its original case, and Virtua Cop. This crappy paper sleeve. But it was only $1, so I figured, why not? As soon as I get the gun controller for it, it'll be all good. And I also one day want to get House of the Dead. The original on Saturn. But we'll have to wait and see. Conquer Live and Reloaded. Great multiplayer, I think. I don't know why so many people hate it. It's awesome, it's fun. It's an okay remake, but you know, it basically took the original Conquer, made the graphics go awesome, made a few changes here and there, but overall it just can't compete with the original version. Dance Dance Revolution on Xbox, I prefer. Dance Dance Mario Edition, though, that one's my favorite. Psychonauts, one of the most underrated video games in history. And I mean that seriously. I mean, this game is so much fun, but the sales were so low. And it's really disappointing, because, I mean, Raz is awesome. The game is so much freaking fun. But unfortunately, I never caught on. That is one I will have to do an LP series of one day, but not today. Mortal Kombat 4 on Nintendo 64. This is actually really cool. Comes with the box, the cartridge, and the poster. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the manual. And hold on a second, I'll open it up and I'll show you the poster. So here's what comes with it on the inside. You get this little postcard thing, which I don't need. The poster, which I will open up after I show this, or it'll just fall on the floor. Instruction manual, and they even have the insert, which was really impressive. This only cost $10, by the way. $10. You cannot beat that. Excuse me while I open up the poster. So here's the original poster, or music with a K, that's what it says. It's a little dark since I'm standing right in front of the light. It basically just advertises the soundtracks for Mortal Kombat 3 and 4. As for Mortal Kombat 4 itself, I definitely say it's my least favorite of the original Mortal Kombats that were in the arcades. It's not a bad game. It's better than one in particular, I think, personally. But I'd say of the original 4, it's my least favorite, personally. Just personally, personal opinion, you know, all that good stuff. And here we have 2 NES cases, and there in a plastic bag is Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. This is my first NES game. Not my favorite, though. Very fun, though. Mario and Duck Hunt. Super Mario 3 in a dust sleeve and a case. My favorite NES game ever. I love Super Mario Brothers 3. And finally, we moved down to the GameCube games. And my shelf's in the way, but not much I can do about that. Animal Crossing, the original. This was actually a Blockbuster game. I just printed out an original label and put it in there. Yeah, it looks better with the original label, I think. That's why I did that. Donkey Konga, I definitely love this one. But I'm not really into music games. Or at least I'm not like I used to anyways. So, good game overall. Not great. Donkey Konga 2. Again, it was good. Just not my overall type of game. Then we got Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. It's not bad. I wouldn't say it's my favorite Godzilla game ever, but it's pretty good. It's got its fun moments. Getting to play as Godzilla is always fun, because I love the Godzilla movies. Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life. This is the only Harvest Moon I got because it's my favorite, personally. I love it. So much fun. If I can get back in there. Lego Star Wars. Oh my god. This is one of those games that's just fun to play around with. I mean, getting to play with multiplayer and all that, that's always fun. Yeah, it's a good game, but it's best in multiplayer, I find. Luigi's Mansion. This is definitely an LP I gotta redo now that I have the DVD player. If I do, it'll probably be a long time. Well, not a long time. At least till October. Good game, though. My first GameCube game, one of my favorites. Mario Golf, my favorite golf game, even though I hate golf, pretty much. Well, I shouldn't say hate watching it. I like playing it, though. It's okay when you're playing it. Toadstool Tour. I like the original on Nintendo 64, too, but this one, I think, is the better game. Mario Kart Double Dash. I actually have 2 copies of this. The third GameCube I brought up earlier had a copy in it. No case or anything. I also had the Game Boy Advance player disc in it, so I have 2 copies. Great Mario Kart game. And, yeah. Mario Party 4 is the only one I have upstairs with me right now. The others are downstairs with the other Wii. Mainly because I don't know. This is my favorite on the GameCube. I guess that's why I brought it up. Mario Power Tennis. I don't know if I'd say I like this more than the original, but it's a close call. Because this one's a lot of fun. And I mean a lot of freaking fun. Mario Superstar Baseball, one of my favorite baseball games. Not sure if I'd say I like this or the Wii version better. It's another close call, though, I have to admit. And I mean really close. Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and crappy case. Well, it's not so crappy anymore since I replaced it. Probably my least favorite Mortal Kombat game, not counting the handhelds. I mean, it's not bad. It's just not my favorite, to put it simple. That will always go to Mortal Kombat 2 on Super Nintendo. Deception on GameCube. That freaking Conquest mode. That's all you need to know about this. But it does have Shao Kahn and Goro as well. I think it's the best version for that one, since even though it doesn't have online, it has Shao Kahn and Goro in it, and since there's no longer online on PS2 or Xbox, this is my automatic winner. Now we come to my favorite football game ever, NFL Blitz 2003. I love this game. It's just a really fun arcade-style football game, and it's still a lot of fun to this day. Even not as much fun, but it still has a lot of good moments. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. I love the game and all, but I think I like the original just a little bit more. It's a great game, though. Don't get me wrong. Rayman 3: Hool'em Havoc. Excuse me. Very fun game. Very good one by Ubisoft. I love it. Not as much as I love 2, but it's a really good one. I loved all the power-ups and whatnot. It was just a lot of fun to play. Speaking of Rayman, we got Rayman Arena. This game I got for $0.25. I'm not joking. That's it. That's the whole reason I bought it, and overall it's okay. It's kind of like a racing game for most part, I think, so it's not great, but could be worse. Sonic Adventure 2, I like this one a lot. Not as much as Sonic Adventure 1, but I will admit I've been harsh on this one over the years. I guess I compared it way too much to Sonic Adventure 1, but overall it's not bad. It's pretty good. Sonic Gems Collection. Yeah, this has one of my favorite Sonic games ever. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Sonic DC, right? No way. Sonic the Fighters. Yeah! That one's so much fun. It's just fun to beat the crap out of Sonic characters. I don't know why, but it entertains me. Sonic R was an okay racing game. Controls could have been tightened up a bit. Sonic City isn't... Oh, almost fell. Sonic City isn't bad, but it's very overrated in my eyes. I mean, so many people say it's the best, but I don't think it is. It also comes with some Game Gear games. Sonic 2, not a bad one. Not one of my favorites, though. Sonic Spinball, avoid at all costs. Sonic Triple Trouble, very fun. Sonic Drift 2, sucks. Tails Sky Patrol, it's okay. Tails Adventures, I think it's called Adventure in the American version, though. It's a good game. Tails Adventure is pretty fun. I like it. One of my favorites in the Sonic series. Sonic Mega Collection. This was a budget buy a while back. I definitely like the cover. The 3 originals rocking out on the cover because they are awesome. You get Sonic 1, 2, 3, my favorite Sonic game ever. Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, Spinball, which I'm not a fan of. 3D Blast, and Sonic and Knuckles. I definitely think Sonic and Knuckles is the best when it's added with Sonic 3. I wish there was a way to combine the two in this version, but there isn't, which sucks. But, you know, whatever. Soul Calibur 2, my favorite Soul Calibur game. I'm not really a big fan of the series, but even I admit this one's great. And this is the GameCube version, so Link is playable, which is always awesome. And up next, we actually got a game I'm going to be doing a LP of soon enough. SpongeBob SquarePants Lights Camera Pants. Yeah, this one's probably the best SpongeBob game ever. In all honesty, it's a party game, yeah, but it's not like the Wii where it got too many, or I can't think of any other consoles that had that problem. But yeah, it's a really fun game. I love it. So much fun. My favorite soccer game ever, Super Mario Strikers. This is the only soccer game I will ever like to play, in all honesty. Mario Strikers Charge, I felt they tried to overcomplicate way too much. I mean, for crying out loud, in the story mode, there's no easy mode selection. You have to go normal or hard, which is ridiculous. I don't mind a challenge, but the thing is, they get too hard too quick. Give me some freaking time to adjust the controls a little bit more, for crying out loud. I don't know. I didn't really like Strikers Charge too much to begin with. The Mega Strike kind of killed it for me. I like Super Strikes better than Mega Strikes. My favorite GameCube game, Super Mario Sunshine. Oh my god, I have so many memories with this one. This one's so much fun. I mean, there really isn't anything left for me to say about it, just that it's a lot of fun. And go ahead and start laughing, but I have Super Monkey Ball, the original. Not my favorite Monkey Ball game, but I am a fan of the series, I will not lie. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And Super Monkey Ball 2. This is my personal favorite, along with the Banana Blitz on the Wii. So many more party games, so much more fun to play with friends. And the single player was really improved, and the story mode was awesome. It was great. Super Smash Bros. Melee, another game I haven't got a lot of requests for recently. But it's still good, it's still a lot of fun. I don't know about my favorite Super Smash Bros. Game, that's a really tough choice, but this one's a lot of fun. Wind Waker, very good one. Another favorite Zelda of mine. I like the cartoony graphics, they're really fun. Yeah, excuse me. Fun game, but I haven't played it in a while. And then lastly for GameCube, we got The Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Very good movie game, I'll admit, but it's only really good when you play with two players. When you're playing by yourself, it can get a little crazy too quick, I think. So yeah. And up here on 3DS, Paper Mario Sticker Star. I definitely prefer all the other ones over that. It's not even because it's on handheld, it's because it just didn't feel like Paper Mario. Super Mario Advance box right there, along with Mario Tennis Power Tour. Super Mario Advance is basically just Super Mario Bros. 2, which is a good game, don't get me wrong, but, you know. Yeah. 3DS games, Mario Kart 7, it's the first one I got here. Very fun game, but not my favorite. My favorite will always be Mario Kart 64. Terrible freaking game right here. Mario and Sonic at the 2012 London Olympics. I spit on this game. Yeah, I seriously dug this back up just for you guys. Well, you know what? After this video, it's going back outside. I'm going to bury it again. New Super Mario Bros. 2. Easily my second favorite game on the 3DS. I don't know about my favorite though. That's a tough choice. Nintendogs plus cats. I didn't really get into this one too much. It's a good game, but I don't know. I guess it's just because I already had Nintendogs. Rayman 3D. It's basically Rayman 2. Good game though. Resident Evil Revelations. It's again a good game. Didn't really get far in it though, because I prefer playing it on the console. Resident Evil Mercenaries 3D, again, would have been better on console, I think. Star Fox 64 3D, great remake. Super Mario 3D Land, this is probably my favorite 3DS game. This one blew me away with how much fun it is. I could not put it down if I tried. I loved it. Super Monkey Ball 3D, very disappointing game, honestly. I was expecting so much more. Not to say it's terrible, though. Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. Nobody's collection is complete without Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time on 3DS. Up here I got Castlevania, which doesn't work right now. I want to get a new version. Up here we got Sonic Advance 3 box and Yoshi's Tipsy Turvy. Or Turvy. Yeah, Topsy Turvy. Very underrated Game Boy Advance game. Then down here, NES games, Batman, and the sleeve with the manual. Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, terrible remake, or not remake, sequel. This one's awesome right here. Donkey Kong Classics. Or Classic. Yeah, Donkey Kong Classics. It's basically Donkey Kong, the original Donkey Kong games on NES, and it's so much fun. Dr. Mario in the sleeve. I do have the box too, but that's in my shoebox, full boxes. Mike Tyson's Punch-Out in the sleeve. Nobody's NES collection is complete without that. NES Open Golf. It's not a bad game, but not my favorite. Super Glove Ball. It's self-explanatory. It's Glove Ball. Right here we got Super Mario Brothers 2. Lastly, Yoshi's Cookie. One of my favorite puzzle games, even though I don't really like puzzle games. So yeah, that's the entire room, at least all the interesting parts. I guess I can show down real quick. Right here we got Mario Kart DS. It's basically a fat head, but mine is unfortunately falling apart. It's so old. And over here we got some drawings of Mario that my friend did for me years ago. And yeah, that's about it. So I thank you all for watching, and happy 4 years, and I look forward to 5 years next year. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.